everybody. It's Aggie and Shelly.
We're here. We made it.
We're here for Tuesday Night Live. Welcome. If it's your first time here, please say hello. We love making new friends. We're going to do some watercolor tonight, and you can hang out and do it with us or just do it in acrylic or whatever. You can go grab these tracers. They're at our website, thepaintersjourney.com.
Don't miss them. They're only up for a short time. They'll be there for about a week, and then they come down to make room for the next tracers that we're going to offer.
So this is what it looks like. So it didn't print out quite right somehow. I don't know why it filled in the black, maybe because they're PNG files. But you're going to go from this to this. But that example, of course, was when we did our penguins. This week we're doing the reindeer. We haven't painted it yet, so I don't have the picture to put in there. But yeah, there's Shelly's adorable penguin. And so this is what we're going to be drawing. And so we're going to run through this right now and just draw this together. In weeks past, I've actually done a full video on how to draw the penguin, how to draw the owl. I didn't have time to do that this week. I didn't do a how to draw the deer. But we're going to do it right now. And you can just use regular copy paper.
I'm gonna watch you.
And a pencil. And I'm going to move my camera so that it's overhead. Oh, I got to unplug my printer cord. I'm kind of trying a new setup again. So I move things around.
Perpetually trying new setups.
It's hard. It's hard to get the right setup.
It is.
So you're just going to wash? You're not going to sketch it?
I didn't bring anything.
No, you don't have
to sketch. I could grab something, but I've got
the stuff to sketch with.
I've got all this stuff, the paint in front of me. So.
Oh my goodness, where is everybody? They bailed on us, Shelly. So if you are watching us, put a comment in, say hello. Okay. Now you could just trace this. There's nothing wrong with tracing. It's not cheating. I mean, these are tracers after all. Oops. Don't be blurry, please. Don't be blurry. There we go.
There it goes.
So I'm just going to kind of, use it like this maybe to gauge the approximate size. And so the very first thing we want to do, I was telling Shelly the nose looks like the Superman emblem. It's like a pentagon. So it's just very small. It's just this very small little, I should probably get this a little closer because there's no way you're going to see this. There's just no way. So see the nose? It's like a pentagon shape. The deer's nose. It's flat on top.
Kind of flat on both sides and then comes down to the point.
Exactly. That's what a deer's nose looks like. Then there's a little line coming off the bottom and a couple of little cheeks, not too big. So that's all I drew. And this is just for us to get an idea of how to draw this. This is just for us. It's just, playing around. Then we want to try and get the bottom of the face in here, something like this. This is like kind of a cartoon version of a deer's face, but they've got an elongated U shape, kind of. Okay, and then we're going to jump to putting the whole shape of the face in. So it's got this flat side on top. That's the top of the bottom of the hat band. And then there's these little ears that come out. Actually, they're kind of big ears. So that almost looks like a lamb right now. Doesn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, he's cute.
And then the eyes, usually do the left eye first. Big doughy eyes, right? And then we could put the hat band in and maybe the top of the hat. And the little fluff ball on the top. And then the antlers. The antlers might be a little hard if you've never drawn antlers before. So I would suggest draw the left one. It's easier for me to do the left one and try to make the right one match. So it's going to kind of come out of the hat right about here. Right about where the band meets the hat. And then it's just going to come out a little bit wider than the ear and make like a finger projection. Then on the other side, I want this one to go kind of upward. So something like that to get us started. And then this next one is kind of long. And this one's kind of in the middle. So something like that. It doesn't look exactly like my drawing, but that's okay. You can be real abstract with deer antlers. They're all different.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to try to somewhat, match. I don't know how well I'll do, but.
And even in the wild, they're not necessarily exactly the same on both sides. So.
Yeah. So that's not bad.
Yeah, he's cute.
Okay. So then we could just put his little indication of his neck scarf and the inside of the ears, maybe. I'm not going to draw this line because that's I'm going to do with paint. They have like this white area at the bottom of their face around their nose. The bridge of their nose and the top of their forehead is more or less brown, but it's light colored around the tip of the nose. They even look kind of gray, actually.
Jane says she has references outside of her window to look at right now, 4 of them.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jane is here. Hi. I didn't even have my comments showing. You've got 4 deer right now in your yard. How wonderful.
That's much better than my backyard visitor. I'd rather have yours.
Yeah, you should tell the story. Oh.
So my backyard visitor was a snake just a few feet from my chicken house that I saw when I was on my way back to the house yesterday. And I was so head in the clouds with a million different, what am I going to do next? And nearly stepped on him, like inches from stepping on. And he was a big garter snake, but huge. The biggest garter snake I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I've got
baby really
chicks,
long.
So I was worried about my baby chicks in the chicken house. So bring on the deer. I'd rather see the deer.
Okay, so I did this leg, and the leg just kind of comes down about the same length. Well, it's about the same length as the head to the top of the hat, roughly. And I like to kind of draw the other side of the neck just to kind of get the angle of that body in there. And now once I've got that kind of placed, I put the back in. And they've got almost like a squared off hip area here and that rump. It's like a squared off thing on a deer. And there's the little tail. Then this leg comes down and just kind of lines up with the other one. Just, it's like simple shapes is really all it is. Try not to let it intimidate you too much. And if it does, you can always just trace it.
That's good practice. We are always talking about using every opportunity we have to just sketch a little bit, loosen up a little bit. All of that sketching is helpful. It's good practice for us.
It is. You're using your eyes and you're discerning and using your judgment. So we didn't do too bad, but there it is.
Yeah. Oh, he's cute.
So now we are going to go ahead and paint a couple. And I wanted to mention, if you have been watching us and if you have missed any of our past broadcasts, we recently did the watercolor pumpkins, and we have this workbook available on the website. And that includes a supply list of supplies that we suggest for you to use. And it also includes, 3 or 4 different pumpkin designs that you can use. And then we've got the Wintery penguins. Pumpkins, penguins. and the Wintery owls. And these are just nice sets that have the sample of the painting that you can look at for reference, and it's got the tracers in there too. Right, Shelley? I think that's everything. And when we give you the tracers, it's exactly like you see here. It's the drawing guide, a tracer that'll fit on a 1/4 of a 9x12 sheet, and a 5x7 size design. So you've got a couple of different sizes in there already. And then we've also got an offer for you if you're not a member of our membership. We still are offering the membership at only $37 a month. You can cancel anytime with that option, or if you'd like 2 months free, you can join our annual plan for only $370, immediate access to our vault of over, I'm saying over 230 classes. I've upped it to 230. When you consider the Procreate classes and the Etsy classes, there's a lot of great stuff in there. And this offer is only good through October 22nd. The membership rate is going to be going up. So join now. We would love to have you. And you can just sign up for that over at thepaintersjourney.com. So enough commercials. I've got, again, as I mentioned, it's a 9x12 sheet. These are kind of a nice size just to do these little practices. I'm calling these are kind of like watercolor cards. You can put these into, you know, an A4 envelope and give them as just a cute little something. Here's one where I took the owl tracer and painted it onto a canvas. Yes, this is watercolor on a wooden panel. I called it a canvas. I'm sorry. So this is watercolor on a wooden panel. And if I wanted to, I could put a layer of resin on this and even add some glass embellishments, which is what we love to do in the membership.
That would be awesome.
Here's one where I actually did paint the deer. And the same thing, this is on a wooden panel. And wouldn't this look really cute in a tiered tray or something like that?
Oh, he would be so cute in a tray. Yeah.
So have fun thinking of how you might use these designs for the holidays. And as I mentioned, so this is a 9x12 pad of paper, which you can easily cut into 4 sheets, cut it in half this way and half this way. And then you're going to wind up with this size. And I've got these really cute, I don't know where I have them right now, turquoise envelopes. You can get colored envelopes, stick this in an envelope and just include it in, I don't know, a greeting that you give to somebody, or if you've got somebody purchasing your art, it's a nice little thing to throw in there as a gift.
Hi, Lynn.
So that's what I have here. These are a bunch of pre-cut 4.5 by 6 inch sheets of 100% cotton paper. That's what we recommend that you use. Hey, Lynn. And I've traced this small guy on, and I traced one a little bit bigger from the 5x7 design. And we're going to go ahead and start painting. So Shelley's is doing hers in what is called a watercolor journal. And if you're not familiar with those, it's just a little booklet that you can take with you anywhere. Let me zoom in on her. And it's nice to have in the car or to grab off your desk. The nice thing about watercolors is how portable they are and how immediate they are. It's not a lot of setup. Just open up your palette, spritz it with water, grab a brush, you're good to go. You know?
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I'm doing these in this notebook because I thought it would be a great gift over the years to give to my grandchildren. So I have some of the other ones. There's the owl that we did last week. There's the pumpkins that we are not finished that we did before. So I can spend time painting with all of you and make a gift for my grandchildren.
how cool is that, right?
Yeah, that's fun.
And feel free to go back and look at our other free videos. We talked about setting up your watercolor palette, doing some triad studies. Oh, I forgot to put myself back on camera. doing some triad studies, and that would probably be something you might get something out of if you want to go look at those. I
Those
feel like
studies were really
Sienna and raw sienna is going to work well for my deer tonight. I might use that, but I think I want him or her to be a little more peachy. So maybe I will use a little bit of yellow or orange in the mix when I come up with my colors for my deer. So I'm going to grab a brush. I've got some water here, and I've mentioned before, I recommend using the same size water jar each time so that you get used to that repetitive movement. What is so neat, Jane? Her journal? So pretty, right? So I'm going to get used to, using this if I use the same size, the same water jar. I like glass because then I won't knock it over. It's nice and heavy.
I think I never had done that before. I love that. I love that tip of using the same size.
Here are my, yeah, I mean, it's just, you get used to it then. These are my Holbein watercolors. I like the Holbein watercolors because they don't have that oxtail in them. So they're never going to dry out and crackle up into a hard little ball or whatever, hard little bits. If his antlers, if it has antlers, it's a him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess I should know that. I'm a true city girl. What can I say?
Yeah, reindeer actually, I believe that female reindeer do have horns. I'm not.
Horns or antlers.
Yeah, same. Yeah, antlers.
Same thing. Okay.
Well.
All right. And I mean, I think these are going to be really super quick. So you might want to use some nice small brushes. And if you're not familiar with watercolor brushes, they are different than acrylic brushes. They are usually made out of hair or an actual animal hair. So they absorb more water and hold more water than acrylic paint brushes, which are made out of, they're manufactured. They're not real hair. They don't hold water. So I don't know if you knew that was the difference. There's probably other differences I'm not thinking of right now. And you have to be a little gentler with watercolor brushes because of that, So I'm just grabbing some small ones. Here's a Princeton #2 Heritage Round. Here's a Grumbacher Golden Edge 4620. I'm not too persnickety about brushes. I'll do the hard small one first. This is pretty small, this guy. Wow, I can't seem to get close in enough.
So hard.
I mean, I'm going to hit this with my brush if I have it any closer, I was doing that last week.
The other thing that we were doing last week was getting so into our painting and not talking. We just kind of zoned out last week. That
might happen again. And the nice thing about watercolors, you can reuse your dirty palette. You can just reactivate it. Why not?
Yeah,
I don't know that I want to use these, but I think I talked over you. Sorry, Shelley.
No, that's okay. I love being able to. I only kind of clean it whenever it gets just too annoying. Then I spray it all down and wipe it down. But I love this palette because, okay, so confession. The only watercolors that I'd had before were like the palettes. Like I had a pretty nice set, but it didn't come with like the tray and so I always just mixed on whatever. So having it like this, I always kind of mix the colors that are beside it in that area. And then when I'm working on something, I know that, you know, these are greens and these are blues and the browns and blacks are over here. It's kind of a cool way to organize it.
Yeah, it really is.
And I'm getting more used to where my colors are, so I'm not having to, you know, refer back as much to my map of my palette, which is
I
also
know.
nice.
Last week I just started not even looking at it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna guess. Takes too long to look at that chart.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, I mean, because we're live and we're trying to teach a little bit. I don't know how well we're doing with teaching when we're getting so into the painting that we don't talk. But
we've been so busy during the day that it's nice to just kind of relax and paint.
yeah, it really is. So I'm just laying down a really pale paint color. It's a mixture of this peach that I've got here and my raw sienna. And that's one of the things I like about Holbein is they have these really beautiful, some partially opaque colors that are really fun to use. I probably should now with the white on his, you know, back. Actually, oh, you know what? They're not supposed to be white, are they? Well, no, yeah, they are. They are white. I'm not going to paint the white little dots on his back. I'm going to add that in with an opaque color because it's too hard.
Yeah.
You know, and you can use acrylic paint or gesso or gouache. Or even this stuff called Pro White, which is designed to be used with watercolors, and it doesn't absorb the pigment and turn the color of the watercolor later on, like what happens with a lot of times when you paint over watercolor with white, the white kind of becomes dull and tinged with the color.
Mm-hmm.
It absorbs it. So the Pro Art, Rich Art White or Pro Art White, whatever it's called, it doesn't happen with that stuff, or at least not as much.
The watercolors just reactivate so much with anything that you put on top of it. So So I did my hat with just a little bit of the sap green, and I toned it down with a little bit of the pyro red just to make it not quite as grass greeny as it can be.
Yeah, that can get so like garish, right?
Yeah, it just gets a little crazy. You can also tone it with a little bit of the burnt sienna. That's a pretty color too.
I'm not used to painting this small, you know.
Yeah, they're kind of tiny. think I'm going to start my antlers with a little bit of yellow ochre and burnt sienna mixture just to kind of get the light base color in. It's so relaxing to just paint. It's just so
I like how quick it is too.
zen. You're faster than I am. I get too caught up in the details and go slow.
Well, but that's okay. I mean, you know, whatever works, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it didn't sound too convincing.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
just, you know, when it's like anytime that you're hanging out with a friend doing something, you just hate to be behind. But it's okay. We shouldn't put pressure on ourselves. We should
No, I know, right?
have fun and
Well, I guess I'm making mine kind of gray. These almost look like moose antlers.
trying to decide what color I want his little pom-pom on his hat to be. I don't know. Yeah, Lynn, these deer are available at the website. We have the tracers there. So you can just go to the website, www.thepaintersjourney.com, and then tap on Tuesday Night Live, and the deer tracers are there for you. But they're only going to be there for the week, so be sure that you grab them.
Yeah, each week we change them out. They're free the first week, and then if you want them with the whole link to the painting demo and the finished painting, you know, we put it together into a nice little packet for you, and then we're selling it. And then it's $10.
Which is still a really great price for tracers that you'll have and use.
Yeah, I mean, you could use these for whatever you want to use them for, not for mass producing, but you know,
Right. Yeah.
make some nice little Christmas projects. You could even do these in the watercolor marker pens, you know.
Oh, there's so many fun pens out there that would be fun to do these with. You're welcome, Lynn. Lynn, do you have watercolors, or have you been painting along at all with us? Your Higgins losing his mind while you were talking earlier. Our mailman just came.
Now?
That was what he was barking at.
Ay, ay, ay.
So late.
I mean, isn't that after hours?
It's crazy how late they come sometimes. I don't know.
I feel bad for them, actually.
Well, I'm sure that they're more busy today because of the holiday yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lynn, you should try. Even if you try just with your inexpensive set that you have, it's really so relaxing, so fun to do. I get out the watercolors a lot when I just have a few minutes to paint and I just want to relax with painting. Now I think that's my husband that just came home.
Oh, golf season's over, huh?
He said he had to stay late this evening for something that was happening, so he bailed out on golf.
They are still golfing. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Yep. Boy. This is an every night thing. When my husband gets home, Higgins has to lose his mind and bark. It's so funny how different they are. Dasher really isn't a barker, but man, Higgins is a barker for sure.
Hmm.
Lynn, if you do print them and try them, I hope that you'll share with us. Just post in the group. We'd love to see what you're making. This paper in this little booklet that I'm using isn't quite as nice as the sheets of paper that I have. So I don't get quite the results like I do with the better paper, but it's still pretty good. It's still
Oh, good. She's going to try them.
Yeah.
We design a lot of stuff in Procreate, Lynn.
Yeah.
And then we can, do different things with it. Well, that helped. I put a shadow on his back leg there. Yeah, you're doing that too. I was talking to Lori a little bit about warm and cool colors, and it can be so confusing, but a lot of times you don't really know what one color is until you compare it to something else. So really that's all you need to know is, does this look warmer or cooler now that this other color is next to it?
And many times the shadows are nice to have them be a little bit cool. In general, shadows are a cooler color. So, Lynn, the little chicken babies are so cute. They're getting to that age where they're trying out their scratch in the bedding. And I went out there earlier and they were all piled up in a little clump, laying in the sun that was streaming in through the window. And they're just Yeah, they just looked, I wish I had my camera with me because they just looked so cute. Jane, I'm planning on making quite a few different journals. I should have tonight, I've got like 4 of these journals. I should have opened up one of the other ones and started. That way it's not, one isn't full of all Christmas stuff, and it's probably would be good to kind of spread it out a little bit. But I was racing around trying to get ready. I actually bought more of these on Amazon Prime Day. They had them on sale, so I bought a couple more.
Oh, of the journals?
Yeah.
Were they like a super deal?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a super deal. They were, nice. I think just a couple. They're not terribly expensive anyway, but they were a couple dollars off.
So in order to make him look like he's got some white cheeks, we've got to put some color around that area,
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do now. He looks like he's kind of wearing a baseball hat or something.
Yeah. Cute with a baseball hat.
Well, that helped a lot. It really does make a difference when you define the white area of the deer's face, because they've got that white around the eye and around the muzzle. So I feel like it doesn't really look right until you get that in there,
I like the dark on the ears that you did. That looks really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at a few reference images, and on Unsplash, they don't have a lot of pretty deers on Unsplash, but
Yeah.
I did find one that had these black tips on his ears. And of course, to make his reindeer spots show up, you need to make sure you have enough of a dark value on his back to get those white dots to pop, which I don't have it dark enough yet. So we are kind of working in layers. And even though it's a different medium, I think it does help your acrylic painting practice.
Oh, definitely.
To do this,
Yeah, I agree. Jane, I think I shared the link for these journals before, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll find it for you. I'm always afraid when I reach my brush up to rinse it out that I'm reaching for my iced tea glass. I always like double take and check to make sure I'm not in my iced tea glass. think my husband is going to make me supper. How nice is that?
Very nice. My mom used to call it supper.
Oh, do you guys not call it supper? Sometimes I call it dinner. We kind of go back and forth.
Okay, and then let's see. Do I want some background on this? I think I do. So then I'm going to wet this background.
I think I want him to have a little bit pinkish ears, not crazy, but just a little tinge of pink in here. After I watercolor, I always come back the next day and feel like I want to darken some colors. So that's a common occurrence that I find after it dries. You know, I just find that I just want to restate some colors a little bit. So let's see. I keep looking up at the screen and I get confused as to which one is yours and which one is mine.
That happened to me too.
Like, funny. That's hilarious.
Like, wait a minute, why doesn't it look like it's
Wait,
it's not the color I had?
Was that what I did?
It really is funny. Don't confuse the two. Oh no. Jane, you never said how your daughter's wedding was. How'd everything go?
I saw some pictures. It looked like a beautiful day.
Then, you know, you can tilt the paper too to make it kind of flow the way you want it to. I mean, usually I'll put this on a board so that I can do that, but I didn't do that today. And part of the reason why I want a little bit of background in here is so that I can add snow.
Aggie's favorite thing to do.
Splatter the heck out of it to hide all the sins.
I think one of my other favorite things about doing a watercolor painting is you can kind of use the same brush through the whole thing because
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you have the tip that you're using for smaller parts. Yeah, I like that. Not constantly having to switch out to a different brush. Oh no.
It was all good. My nephew was to perform the ceremony and he tested postponed for oh my goodness. Luckily my daughter has a friend whose husband filled in. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, thank goodness, right? Backup plan.
Wow. It's those kind of things for a wedding that you always worry about most, those unplanned, can't see it coming and can't prepare for it. Now that we're using these paintings for the workbook later, it's kind of more stressful.
No,
it has to look good. He's gonna be in pictures.
No. Okay, this one I'm going to try and do really looser. I can't do it with this big of a brush though. I wish I could. Oh, maybe I will try it.
I think when you have the small events, Jane, you realize that those are really the better ones. You have so much more fun than trying to plan the great big elaborate events. I think I'm going to put some pine on him now.
Put some pine on him.
The little pine sprigs around his neck.
Oh, yeah. It just sounded funny.
Some evergreen.
I'll pine you up.
This is a little tiny brush.
What are all these dings I'm getting?
Jane said she did a little research. A reindeer is actually a caribou. She had no idea.
Ah!
Jane is so clever.
Boom, I'm here all night.
Now that you say that, I guess I did kind of know that they were, but I wouldn't have know it off the top of my head, but I have read about them before. I was always sad when they started talking about how Santa's reindeer all had to be girls because only girl reindeer have their horns still at Christmas time.
Oh, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. But I'm not telling Dasher. He's named after a girl.
Might crush him.
Yeah. Hey, Higgins, what are you doing? So on these little pine sprigs, I'm just trying to vary the colors, just get some different greens and browns. Higgins, get back. He likes to eat my paper towels. So he sees a dirty one on the desk and he's angling for it already. Makes me crazy. Got hair floating.
He do that stuff when he wants attention.
I don't know. He just zones in on any Kleenex or paper towel. And it's just he'll eat them, just completely swallow them. It's just so annoying.
Wow.
I try not to leave him out, but I don't know how he's just got this paper towel radar and he grabs them so fast. And then I've got my fingers all the way down his throat trying to get it back from him.
Which is never fun.
That is never fun.
Doggy slime mouth.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly right.
How do you have so much saliva?
You're so disgusting.
Oh, is that cute?
He has a couple of areas that need to be softened just a little bit. This spot here. I think I want to make the very top of his back a little bit darker up here. For the white spots, we could have used something like the masking, but
yeah,
it really is just as easy to come back in with some white paint and paint those little dots in. His little baby deer spots.
So cute.
Thank you, Jane. You're so sweet. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I do have some gouache. I bought it on Amazon, and they say that gouache is like if watercolor and acrylic got together and had a baby.
Yeah.
It would be gouache. I don't know.
I've watched some artists paint some really fun stuff with gouache, but I never I never got any myself. It's easy to want all the things. So I was trying to kind of stay a little bit focused and not get too many different things.
Yeah, because then it just sits there and dries out and stuff.
Yeah, it all becomes kind of a distraction after a while. You know, and I know a lot of our members have been trying to do that too, kind of clean out spaces and go through stuff, and just didn't need another thing to have to go through later. That's right, Jane. We've talked about that before. It used to be kind of a real no. Artists really frowned upon using white because it's not truly a watercolor technique to use white. But a lot of the great watercolor artists that I watched recently, they're really like, if you want to use white, use the white. That all the rules that we try to live by are sometimes silly. Is that one on paper, Aggie, or is he on a board? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, paper. He's on paper.
I kind of like mine. I think I'm going to leave him like this. His little evergreen sprigs around his neck turned out pretty cute.
Yeah, that was such a cute idea.
I might put a few little red berries out here. I keep meaning to get out my metallic paints. The metallic on this bow would have been cute.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're always into the sparkly things. We're so addicted to adding the sparkle to our stuff. When I add the white to his spots, I might add a little bit of a white dot to his eyes too. It's hard on an eye that's this tiny to.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's really hard to work this small.
So cute.
Oh gosh, I just kind of went a little crazy there.
Christmas cards. These would be great Christmas cards. I haven't sent out Christmas cards in so long.
Yeah, I don't send out Christmas cards.
Just get so busy and then feel bad if you throw away the card later.
Yeah, you're right. There's the guilt. There's the guilt, card guilt. What about an acrylic paint pen? I think this is empty though.
Maybe.
Or even a Jelly Roll white pen.
Oh, I used to have some good white pens. My camera's gonna go crazy. I put the paper towel in. I had a little mark beside my deer that I probably is from putting my hand in paint. So I just wet the area. I'd used a paper towel to wipe it and it cleaned up pretty well. So looks like his hat could use a little bit more shading, but I like him.
This isn't too bad, the Jelly Roll pen.
Yeah, you're right, Jane. That can happen sometimes with some of them.
Oh, what, the gel pen?
There's not just the gel pen, but there is that jelly brand, and white pens are so hard. I have the one that you have, Aggie, and I like that one.
Yeah, this probably isn't going to stay white.
It's okay. It can be layered on top of it a little bit. Jane did whiskers on a dog and they turned pink. He was a fancy dog. That's funny.
Well, he needs the white hairs in the ear.
Yeah.
And on the tail, but can't really do that.
I like his background. He would be cute with snow.
Yeah, the color's fading already.
He's so cute.
I think this white paint pen is not too good. Okay. I kind of messed up right here. You know, you can use a, you know, the Mr. Clean white little spongy things for removing stains.
Yeah.
You can use that to lift watercolor. Did you know that?
I have never done that. I've got some of the little thinner sheets that would be perfect for that. What are they called? The magic eraser or something?
Yeah,
like
magic eraser. That's it. Thank you.
I use those a lot on my heat pressed pieces.
Oh, yeah?
Sure that all of the, you know, that nothing is on it before I seal it.
Oh, really dark. I keep throwing my brush.
I always find I do that when as I get tired. I don't know if it's that I'm tired or just relaxed and then I just can't.
Yeah, I think I'm relaxed, but I also have this camera right in front of my face.
Exactly. Exactly.
Throwing everything off. This one looks a little devilish.
I think she looks kind of cute. She's winking or something. She's got the cute eyelashes.
Oh, this guy needs this one. She needs a shadow, doesn't she?
I think now that mine are dry, I could come back in and do the upper eye shadow.
She's got eyeshadow?
Eyeshadow? Thanks, Jane. I hope you have a great evening. It was fun to hang out with you, too.
Good to see you, Jane. Softening this. That's kind of nice. It let me soften it. Actually, I really like this color. What is this color? Sepia. Yeah, I like the sepia.
I don't have that one. That might be one I have to get.
You
I
don't
love
have it?
those. I love those natural tones. You know, I use so much burnt umber, burnt sienna, raw sienna.
I love sepia. Yeah. It's a very nice color.
Our retreat is screaming up on us.
I know. It's less than a month away.
It's almost like, yeah.
We've waited so long, I feel like, don't you?
Yeah, it's just crazy. It seemed like November was forever away, and now it's already almost here.
So is Jeff going to drive you to the airport?
I don't know if he's going to drive me to the airport or make our daughter drive me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely nicer to have someone drive you than to pay the parking there.
Yeah.
So expensive to pay for that.
We still get wigged out going to O'Hare. It's such a big place.
Yeah.
I mean, I could fly out of Milwaukee, but I just prefer O'Hare because I know it more, you know.
I can't remember the last time that I traveled alone. I think it's been like 25 years probably since I went anywhere by myself. It's about time to go feed the puppers.
Okay, yeah. It's funny how you could just sit and tweak and tweak and tweak and soften edges and stuff.
And we talk about that too. Like it's one of the things that even the members like to, question. And how do you know it's done? How do you know when to stop?
Right. You need two people.
Yeah.
One to paint and one to tell you when it's done.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, anyway, friends, oh my goodness, I do feel more relaxed.
No, it's magical to sit down with a paintbrush, play with some color.
Oh, we've got a few people here now. Say hello, please.
A couple people.
So here's deer.
So cute.
Oh, I love how your deer turned out. And another little deer.
So cute. What are we doing next week? I can't remember.
Let me look on the StreamYard stream that I created. Can I do that? Oh, I can't look at it right now. Oh, we can look on our YouTube channel and see. Hold on. Yeah. Upcoming stuff. Okay, the chipmunk is the 24th. The bear is the 17th. Oh, so the next one is the bear, right?
I think I might make mine a polar bear.
Oh, but that means you have to paint the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And do it.
Or he could have lots of blues.
But the bear is super cute. Oh my goodness.
It is cute.
And like I said at the beginning, just want to mention this again. We've got these posted on the website right now. You can go grab them. They're only $10. It's a really nice packet. We've got the watercolor pumpkins, has the complete supply list. If you're wondering what brushes and what paint colors and things like that, you don't have to buy all of them, but there's a great list of supplies on here in this packet. The watercolor pumpkins one, that's the one we started with. And then we did the penguins and we did the owls. So go grab all three. Good night, Lynn. So the other thing too is the membership is open and we're doing all these lives to promote the membership. It's going to stay at this rate only for a couple more weeks. And then it's going up a bit. But if you'd like to join us, if you've been thinking about, wow, I really, I wish I had a better awareness of what do I need to do to make my paintings look better? How do I mix color? I'd like to sell some things for Christmas, but I don't know where to start. Maybe you're an artist. It's finally your time to make art and you're like, I don't even know what to do. I need help. We are your ladies. We're your girls. Us
so much
and
inspiration.
the other ladies in our membership. And we are very supportive and helpful of each other. And I think you'd love it. And, if you want to just check it out for a month, it's $37, and there's so many classes in there. All you have to do, even if you just give away your art or sell one piece, you can make up the price of the membership very easily.
Yeah. And if you don't,
my Christmas trees class, it includes the angels class, it includes the peace dove class, the snowman classes. Oh my God, so many
great Santa's visit class we just did.
Beautiful classes. I mean, it's an incredible deal. So you should be hopping over there joining us. I think that we just don't have a huge audience that knows about it. So that's why we're doing this. We're doing the in the streets marketing here. What do they call it?
And if you sign up and get that rate now, then you lock in that rate for as long as you're an active member. So when the price goes up, it won't go up for you.
Right. It won't go up for you. You'll lock in the $37. It's never going to be $37 again. Well, who knows? We might do a
sale or something.
A sale for Christmas or something like that. Black Friday, maybe that, but it's going to be $47 a month or $470 annually, and it's worth every penny. So that's
really
it, friends. Can you think of anything else, Shelley?
Can't think of anything else.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out and painting. That was fun.
So please say hello, please subscribe and hit that bell. And we'll see you next week for our next Tuesday Night Live when we're going to be doing, what did we say it was, Shelley?
The bear.
We're going to be doing the bear. Yes.
Wait.
See you then.
See ya.
Hi, Higgins.
He was like,
he kind of looked over like, what was that?
He was talking to me.
It's Higgins, right?
Yeah, this is Higgins.
Okay. I guess I even recognize him now.
You can tell because he's the one with the fresh haircut.
But I thought, oh, really? I thought you trimmed Dasher too.
No.
Okay, I got confused that day then. Okay. I'm easily confused. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shelley. Good night, Higgins.
Good night.
Bye.